The indie developer behind Paddle 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 wants Steam to change their refund policy after getting over 55,000 refunds. I believe he sold like 270,000 units of the game, so 55,000 is it's a pretty decent number of those orders. 55 burgers, 55 pies, 55 paddle, 55 tacos. You know what I'm saying, dog? So this story has made the rounds at about every single news outlet for gaming, and it comes from the head developer, Zoro Arts, who said, "This should not be possible at Steam. Would be cool if you could finally do something about your refund policy. Got dozens of reviews like that, and 21% refund rate, even though the reviews are 90% very positive. That's over 55,000 refunds, by the way. Great game. Finished within 1 hour, 40 minutes. Refunded." Great game. Not gonna pay you for it, though. Dude, this is such a Western-centered viewpoint. Expecting to get paid for your work? That's like expecting tips, dude. I'm just kidding, obviously. He explains that he planned a medium playtime of around 3.5 hours for the full level, which is like one continuous level. It's kind of like Chained Together or any other, like, you know, climbing the spire type game. So the game was planned to launch with 4 hours of total gameplay. There are tons of reviews with 5+ hours and even 20 hours, but the game was also played by a lot of speedrunners and just really good gamers who made it in 1 to 2 hours. Got many insulting comments with "make a game longer than 2 hours." And then he shows a review with 28 hours played. He even proposes a potential solution. He says, showing the expected playtime on the Steam page. That way, no one should have a problem. You see price plus expected playtime and can decide if it's a pass or not. That way, at least too short cannot be a refund reason anymore. Well, not even that necessarily works because in his head, he planned this game to have about 4 hours of content. But if people are still finishing it in 2 hours because they're better than you expected, then the refund policy would still be an issue, right? Unless you're just lowballing all your games to make sure that people can't refund it. He responded to a lot of people, so I'm just gonna read some of the dialogue here. Why do people do that? I mean, first, your games aren't expensive. Second, they like the game. Third, you aren't a big company. That's true. This game right now is on a sale. It's on like a 40% sale, and it's only $3. So refunding a $3 game, I mean, that's broke dude shit. It's only a fucking $5 game. Like, you can't afford a and there's also DLC, extra shit that you can get on top of it. Yeah, I don't know. Why do they even have to leave a review like that bragging that they refunded it? It's crazy, but these people seem to hate devs. It's definitely an asshole thing to do, but I think they're more just bragging that they're able to game the system. And I think most people doing this don't really consider the ramification. It's like if you leave your food at a fast food restaurant, you don't consider that someone has to go pick that up and clean it up later. They don't see real harm in it because they're like, it's fucking $3. Just 2 hours, whatever. They don't think about all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into development cycle, the fact that this is your full-time job. They don't fucking think about any of that, dude. Unfortunately. This guy, Indie Game Joe, made a whole fucking like essay responding to this Steam refund policy, and we actually do get a response from the head developer. I'm not reading all of this, but I'll read the first one. He says, Steam's 2-hour refund policy protects consumers and devs. An indie dev wants it changed after 55,000 players refunded his game, many beating it in under 2 hours. I'm about to be the annoying one because that policy is part of the reason he got 270,000 sales. Let me explain. And then we go through the essay, like, holy fuck, dude. The developer actually compliments him for his take. He says, very good take that really made me think about my mindset. Thanks for sharing, Joe. That's awesome. I love that he's open to criticism on his point, and he's not just like flat out, I got fucked over, so everything needs to change. It's like, no, I'm glad. He's only like 23 years old too, selling 270,000 copies, 55,000 refunds, 55 fries, 55 burgers. That does suck, but I'd take this more as a learning experience. Maybe we do need a little more fluff if we're trying to optimize revenue here on the platform. It's a very good trait to have, being able to reconsider one's point after seeing good arguments. Congrats on your success. Thanks, and yeah, I messed up hard with the text on my tweet, but I will leave it original since it's a mistake that I don't want to hide. When I wrote the tweet yesterday, I was just super frustrated since I saw quite a few reviews who were saying that they had a great time playing the game, but refund and even bragged about that in the review. This combination was the part that kind of made me sad and frustrated. I know that a refund rate of 20% is not super high, but rather normal for a rage game. I will definitely have to work on my phrasing and text in the future. Dude, this guy sounds fucking awesome. This guy sounds dope. Let me just show you some of the trailer. It's one of those games where you're working with a friend, you control one side, they control the other.
Okay, don't panic, Relax.
Yeah, you're climbing what looks like a giant level, and if you fuck up, you gotta restart. It is a game that's going to make you rage quit, so people who can't pass that skill ceiling are obviously going to refund as well, and probably has a higher ceiling for refunds. I'm glad that he's very receptive to this criticism. But regardless of how well he's taking this, because it got so much publication on like Dexerto, Kotaku, everyone just thinks he's like super whiny about it, right? So they all got to give their 2 cents. This guy, Apex, has a Hacks profile picture. The only reason I'm bringing him up is because the developer actually responded to him and he ended up apologizing. But he was super fucking mad. He said, this fucking slopsmith here is crying that he should have made 200,000 off his slop instead of the 150,000 he made because everyone loves his game and are just refunding it after beating it anyways. To prove this, he posts the most fucking sarcastic, positive review he could. Your game is dog shit, and you should be fucking elated it's only a 21% refund rate. If you don't like the refund policy, take it to Itch. Itch.io is a video game platform, but you won't do that. You make slop, whose only hope for success is being found by some streamer digging through slop on Steam for content. He's so fucking... Why is he so fucking mad, dude? And he also accuses him of buying positive reviews because there's one screenshot where there's the same review copy and pasted. So the original post was deleted by the author, as you can see here, but someone was accusing him of using AI in his video game. So as a developer, he's got to shut that down quick because that's another accusation that's going to fucking one-shot your game, right? So he gives him the asset name, and then he asks for the link. He provides him the link. Then he asks for the specific PNG he used. He gives him that information too. Like, he's just going down the list, giving him literally everything he wants. Some random guy accusing him of shit on the internet. And then after he tells him which PNG, he says, stop using those immediately. I deleted the other post because it seems a genuine mistake here, but whatever you're doing with them is tripping up AI image detectors, and literally all of your skyboxes come back as AI generated. Some of those skyboxes also look a little sketch. I haven't checked them yet, but I'm sure a few are gonna pop up for AI. Wow. Not even a single apology in here, and he just immediately moves the goalpost saying, but there's probably something that's fucking AI, but I'll delete the post accusing you anyways. I'll delete this as soon as you respond, just like this reply, so I know you've seen this, and put a reply under it that it was a misunderstanding from you using free assets. What the fuck? He's making demands now? He's like, I'll delete my defamation if you just give me more attention. Who the fuck are you, dude? Homie did not use AI. He used a free asset pack that tripped AI generation detection. If they are AI assets, it wasn't his fault. Now he's defending him, and he thanks him for the correction, and he says, absolutely no problem. I'm sorry if that causes you any issues. If anyone cites it or makes the claim, tag me and I'll clarify I was mistaken and why. What a fucking jackass. So in response to Niche Gamer's title, Paddle Dev asks Steam to revisit return policies after users complete the game and brag about refunding it, he says that might be one of the first titles that does not display me as a complete asshole. Thank you. I'm not against refunds at all. I just think it's not right to play a game for 1.5 hours, enjoying it, refunding it just because you can, and then bragging about that in a Steam review. But I cannot really read all the negative comments and insults, so I will shut up and keep working on my next game, instead of continuing this discussion. Sorry for all the trouble and negativity. I mean, despite the fucking wave of coverage and, you know, supposed issues that we're having here, this guy seems really understanding. He just wants to move past it, it looks like, and he probably just got hurt that people were shitting on him in his reviews and stealing money from him, essentially. I mean, they're abusing the system that Steam has that's costing him thousands of dollars, so understandable. This is a totally reasonable crash out. Refunding a cheap indie game that you actually enjoyed just because you beat it in under 2 hours isn't a life hack. It's just evil. And to the people saying just make the game longer, you are the exact reason companies like Ubisoft get away with pumping out empty, soulless, over 100-hour games designed only to waste your time. To be fair, every single game is designed to waste your fucking time. That's the entire point. Unless you're playing like some learning game or a game that actually will help you. And every game is a fucking time waster. So it actually is a fair critique to tell him to just add a little more fluff if he wants to lower those ratios of refunds, because that's the only thing you can do unless Steam changes how their refund policy functions. Let's not get upset at the practical solutions to our financial problem. This is purely a business conversation. application. A good solution here would be a percentage of completion that's tracked through achievements, and if you get a certain level of progression through the game, then it's non-refundable at that point. It's like eating 3/4 of a sandwich and then asking them to take it back and bring you a different meal, or to just not charge you for it. That doesn't make any fucking sense. You ate so much of it that there's no way you didn't like it, or at least got some form of entertainment out of it, right? After learning what the game is, and the fact is just some mediocre at best looking friend slop, yeah, I think the dev needs to learn to swallow his pride and make a better game that people want to play rather than throwing a temper tantrum. I mean, I think this is, if 55,000 people refunded my game, I would be a little upset. I don't know. I think he's allowed to be slightly upset. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. I will be linking the game in the description of this video if anyone wants to check it out. It's only $3. Really not that expensive, but does look like some friend slop. I don't know, it looks kind of fun. You can kill like an hour and a half playing it. The moral of the story, if you want to make the most money possible, you need to understand the system that you're working in and game that system for yourself. If you don't want people to abuse it against you, you need to start playing by the book yourself. So add some fluff. Add like fucking Transformer cutscenes and death animations or something. I don't know, dude. You'll figure it out. Another day, another story down the drain.
I actually started a business venture of my own.
Really? Have you, Sponge?
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Basically, I just open up a bunch of LLCs.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, a bunch of shell companies.
All right.
Then, you know, once you got the shell companies open, you just take out a bunch of loans and then cash out.
So how do you pay back the loan, though?
That's the thing. You just
Sponge.
file for bankruptcy and you close
Sponge,
it.
That's fraud. You're committing fraud.
Now you're just mad you didn't think
No,
of it
if
first.
you don't have a legitimate business,
It is legit.
you can't just fucking
I'm
open a
telling
business
you.
account.
No.
This isn't.
You seen those videos with the Chase Bank glitch?
Yeah, I saw those videos.
I've done that
that's
too.
totally
There's
that's
no
check
problem.
fraud. You've been doing that too?
Yeah.
Dude, credit
You've
isn't
been doing
real.
check-
You
I
can
think I
literally
paid
just
for
max
all
out
this
credit
ice.
cards. No one's gonna stop you. Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah, that's what you get for talking shit.
Yeah, now you're coughing.
Maybe
Now
drink
you're
some
coughing
water.
all up. Look, man, all of our buddies cleaned through Sweden and the World
you guys
Cup.
at least use like fake business
Of
addresses.
course,
and, like,
yeah,
man.
VPNs,
it's
Of
all
course,
clean.
we use
It's all
PO
over
box,
the
Right,
table.
right.
shebang.
Please start
Oh,
forward
fuck
under the
this shit.
Found us.
Oh, you found us, buddy. Come on.
We're going out in a blaze of
Come
glory.
on. I'll take all you
never
at
take
once.
me
You son of a bitch. You want some? I'll go get some.